Judge Tammy Johnson.
Yes.
So her bond is set currently at $1,001. She doesn't have any ability to make bond. From kind of going through the procedural background of the case, it sounds like she'd gotten a GLB bond originally about a year ago.
Wow, she's been gone that long.
Well, did not come to a court setting and have a chance to meet you, Judge. And so, because had she have gotten an admonishment from you, she'd have certainly attended.
Good try. Can you bring up Ms. Johnson, please?
She does not have any criminal history, and this is kind of a DWI. I've chatted with them briefly about it, but the allegation is that the police found her asleep in a parked vehicle at a gas station, and with the car in park, but they say on.
I've done the research. We had this issue not a week ago, and I'm telling you.
Well, it's sufficient from a legal sufficiency standpoint. It can stand, but what do jurors think?
I combed through like 20 cases. Give me a second. Stephen. Hey, hi, Stephen. Hey, I'm in the middle of talking. Give me maybe like 10 minutes. I'll call you right back, huh? No, it's okay. I'm super excited to talk to you. Give me 10, huh? Okay, bye. We did the diligence as far as that argument is concerned. My only concern now is that she's been gone for how long, but for this, she would still be wherever she is, right?
Well, she's got a kind of difficult financial situation. She's got family, but she's talked to her family and doesn't have the ability to make even what would be roughly paying $150 to get her. And, but she's 43 with no criminal history. She's got 2 children that she successfully raised to their young adults.
Come up, ma'am. You were Tammy Johnson. How's jail? How's jail?
It's different, Judge.
Why do we have jails?
Criminals off the street, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good reason, for sure. Why else?
Judge, she knows
to make sure you come back. And when you don't, the sentences get longer, the bars get colder. Just, that when you fail to appear, your bond's at $1,000 right now. So all that needs is $100 and you're out. $125, you're out. You now know that you have no one to pony up that kind of money. No one to pony up that kind of money to get you out. Mr. Garris is asking me to let you out. The only reason you're here now is because you got busted. Otherwise, you'd still be out who knows where. Why would we let you out? You tell me.
She wants to move forward and deal appropriately with the case, and the state has given me quite a bit in the way of discovery to review, and as with any type of blood case, there's probably going to be more that we venture out to seek, but it'd be obviously sometime. We talked about it, the idea that these can take 6 months, 7 months to even get ready to see if it's a viable case for trial.
Therein lies the problem where, ma'am, you sit now in custody until the case is either pled, you're in trial, or somehow gets disposed of. That could take 6 months. Where have you been?
I'm trying to get my life together.
Judge, she's worked for a long time as a waitress and is living, and she's living kind of difficult situation at the moment. So it's experienced bouts of homelessness but now has a more stable situation. She has the ability to get to court and will be here. That's the representation we're making to the court, and I think we can do short resets if you'd like.
Mr. Garris, I never want to leave someone in custody, but one of my primary concerns also is not putting
This is a subtle but important moment. The defense is already planting the seed that this wasn't a willful failure to appear, but a procedural breakdown. In bond hearings, intent matters. And right here, they're trying to reframe absence as confusion, not defiance.
Someone out on the street. And I'm telling you now, I'm willing to give you another chance, but I'm not gonna put you out on the street if you ain't got nowhere else to go.
She does now. She's living in she has a motel that she's living in now. Kind of temporary housing.
Yes, it's permanent. It's been for a
I
while.
don't believe that for a second. Who do you have in your life that's willing to take you in?
I've got that information, Jeff.
Before I had no one, but now I do.
But he just doesn't financially have the ability to.
The only thing that's changed between now and then is you got arrested. Miss Johnson, the last thing I want is you to be put on the street where you look like you're going to start using again, because I don't want you to use. If I were to drug test you now, what are you going to test positive for?
Any discussion about that?
Here's the drug. I'm going to drug test you like crazy. And if I find that you're using, then I'm going to keep you. And I'm not going to play this game. You can't even look at me in the eye.
Drugs aren't a problem.
Stop talking. Don't. Okay. At this point, gentlemen, admonishment.
It's okay. That's all right.
So-
Where do you have to go?
Judge, let me answer all the questions. She lives in a motel, stable situation, can make her way back to court. And you can do short resets and we'll be here. And that's the understanding that we've talked about, and I think would be appropriate at this time would be to give her a chance to come in, and obviously we'll comport with all the requirements that this court installs. And if we have to do testing, we'll do that. And
Let me make something perfectly clear to you, Ms. Johnson. I don't like it when people plead guilty just to plead guilty to get out. I'm not down with that. And we're not going to play that game here. So if I let you out, I expect several things from you. Number one, that you're not going to endanger my public. That's the first and foremost. Number two, that you're not using alcohol and or illegal drugs. And I'm telling you, I'm going to test you like crazy. If you can't stop on your own, then we will do it my way. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand?
Sure.
Number three, if you don't have a license and liability insurance, you are not allowed to drive. Do you have a Texas driver license? Then you will be signing with me today an affidavit. This is a promise you're making to me that you're not going to drive. And I don't care if Jesus needs a ride to church, you get into a car and drive. I can have a contempt hearing and you'll be facing 6 months every time you drive. Do you understand? Do you want me to give you a PR bond? Can you stop using?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to let you out and I'm going to have you come back here on Tuesday. And I want you to come back and take a test on me on Tuesday. And I want to know for sure. You got to understand, you've played Monopoly, right? What do you get in Monopoly to get out of jail? What do you get? You get a get out of jail free card, right? This is the only one you're going to get. You're not going to get another one. Do you understand? So I will let you out now, but I expect you to comport and comply with conditions. And that's it. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking you to be sober and come back to court and stay in touch with counsel. That's all.
thank you, Judge.
Of course. Now, we will set her for Tuesday. She got to come back here Tuesday.
Yes.
You don't come back, a warrant will issue, and we're going to just play the 6-month waiting game while you're there. Because I'm telling you, I don't accept pleas just to get out of jail. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
She can't go yet, though. We need her to sign conditions with, yeah. Mr. Gamble,
So,
Mr. Payton,
sir.
gentlemen, both of you are charged with cases in here. Both of you are charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You know, looking at your information, I see that Mr. Payton, both of you guys, and Mr. Gamble are also.
The judge pauses here because this case hits a gray area of the law. Sleeping in a parked car can technically qualify as control of a vehicle, but juries don't always see it that way. This is where legal theory and real-world perception start to clash.
Charged with aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. However, your felony bond was $10,000 and yours was $70,000. I don't understand why. We will soon find out. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
On November 7th, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop on a motor vehicle after observing it violate Texas Transportation Code 547.602, which requires mirrors, and the officer confirmed 5 traffic citations. The driver was placed into custody for those citations, and the defendant, Peyton, was sitting in the front passenger seat where a black extended magazine was observed in plain view between the defendant's feet. Defendants 1 and 2, the second defendant being Gamble, were both detained, and a probable cause search revealed a black backpack found to be concealing 2 semi-automatic pistols with a loaded round in the chamber, not in a concealed holster, and within the wingspan of both defendants, as well as 37.8 grams of marijuana.
Tell me about the ag rob.
So the ag rob for Mr.
The
Peyton,
defendants, same day, on 11/8.
I just want to confirm, Your Honor. It looks like the ag robs are different days. For Peyton, it's July 27th, and then for Mr. Gamble, it's August 26th. So they're 2 separate incidents for aggravated robbery. So to begin with Mr. Peyton, the aggravated robbery on July 27th, an officer was dispatched to a robbery at a vape time store, and the complainant said an unmasked defendant came inside the store and the complainant buzzed him into the door. The defendant looked around and then walked to the door and let 3 other masked men into the store. One of the 3 men pointed a gun to the left side of the complainant's neck, and then the other 3 men took money and merchandise before running from the door. The surveillance video showed the incident and showed defendants leaving in a silver Kia sedan. Officers were able to trace the sedan back to a co-defendant. They were also able to see that the Kia had been involved in a prior traffic stop. In that stop, the passenger of the car was viewed in the officer body-worn camera. That person was the unmasked first person who entered the store and let the other 3 men into the store before helping take cash and merchandise. And to move on to yes.
There were multiple, I think it was this defendant, Mr. Gamble, was one of 5 suspects robbing vape stores. And there are multiple incidents of the robbery. So we can certainly read PC Judge, which is very long, but we're happy to read it.
Is it the same MO where it's in, I mean, are we talking about just like an enterprise type situation? Like an engaging and organized? Okay.
Yes, it can. So
I'm just, I my question is, I want to know how dangerous these guys are, and obviously we've got ag robs on both of them, perhaps even multiple stops of ag robs. So Mr. Payton, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now putting an ankle monitor on you, and I want to know where you are at all times, and I'm giving you a curfew at 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. I don't want you out in the middle of the night, and I'm barring you from going to any, just got to be careful in this life, man. You got but one. You end up with the wrong person. You hang with dogs to get those fleas. You're going to end up with a 40-year sentence back there. And I'm going to tell you now, living in a 6x9 for 40 years is no way to live life. You know what I mean? It's not. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons, not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. If I find that you're smoking weed, you're using anything like that, I'm going to put you in jail. I'll deem you a public danger, and I'm going to make your bond so freaking high. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
17.
What do you do for a living?
I'm employed right now.
Why?
I'm trying to get my...
I'm now making that a condition of your bond as well. You and I are going to be so close, it's going to be ridiculous. I am making it a condition of your bond that you get your GED, and I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks to see what you have done to get your GED. You need to start working on it. We have enough people in custody as it is, and what you do now will affect you for the next 40 years of your life. You start acting like a knucklehead out there, you're either going to be dead or with a 50-year sentence, and that's not a way to go through life. Do you understand? I will appoint you a lawyer today.
This is the heart of the bond debate. The judge isn't just asking, can she be released? He's asking, should she be trusted? Courts balance fairness against public safety, and right now, he's clearly skeptical of her reliability.
And Your Honor, in regard to Gamble, it appears that the bond may be higher as officers presented the facts of both the current case as well as a separate case that's unfiled. It's an HPD case to which the defendant confessed to also being involved. So it seems there's also an ongoing investigation.
Do we know who put the gun to the neck?
It was the defendant as well, defendant Gamble.
Gamble?
And he also put a gun to the complainant's face as they were stealing marijuana and other items.
You hear everything I just said over there, Mr. Gamble? Same thing applies to you, man. We have enough black and brown people in custody as it is. We don't need any more. You don't need to live life with a 40-year sentence because of some stupid scheisse, man. You know? Do you know if you're going to bond out?
I'm gonna be talking to this mom later, Judge. So
Okay, if you bond out, I'm ordering you under home confinement. I don't want you out anywhere. Do you understand? You will get a GPS monitor on your ankle, no weapons. I don't want you to talk with any of the co-defendants in any of these cases. I don't want you two hanging out with each other at all. You know, you may be great guys by yourselves, but when you're together, perhaps it's a Tasmanian devil. No thanks. We don't want it. I'm going to tell you both of you now. I will do everything in my power to protect my Houston at all costs. And I don't care if you put you in jail at 17, you're kicking and screaming and this. No. Do you understand?
Sir.
You were lucky to get out as it is on this type of charge, as it just count your lucky stars now, Mr. Payton.
Sir.
All right. So,
it's a felony pending both substitute judge as well as
for sure. And then, Felicia, so GPS prior to release on Mr. Gamble, no weapons, no alcohol, no drugs, random urinalysis. Did you graduate from high school?
Yes, he did.
You did? Okay. All right, John. So I guess we'll stay in touch with Mr. Gamble. All right, Mr. Gamble, good luck. We'll just keep us in the loop about what goes on. Mr. Payton, I'm keeping you ever so close. I'm not letting you go far. Do you understand? Okay. I need him to fill out an application. Do you mind giving an application? I'm going to give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I'm going to have you sign a receipt of Victoria, and then I'm going to have you meet with Felicia for bond conditions. Then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Correct. All of them. Mr. Roberts Clay, how's jail? It's been a long time since I've had someone with this kind of drama. Let's go through your spiel. 9/25/24, evading arrest, and you pick up an FSGI. 11/9/24, assault of a family member, assault of a family member, assault of a family member, assault of a peace officer, assault of a peace officer. You get on bond, I guess, he's on bond for all those cases, right?
Yes, Judge, I see.
And now you've picked up another assault of a family member and an interference.
Those are two Bs filed, Judge, while he was in custody. So he was not out of custody. He's been in custody.
So in our case here, from November 9th, he has 3 assaults, and then he also has the FSGI in evading, the new assault and the interference that was filed on 11/13. Was that?
In 2022.
So they're older.
They're older ones that they just filed a couple days ago, but he's been in custody on our 3 assaults and the felonies.
So the felony assault, I see that he has not made bond on.
No, and that's why he was in custody, because he was on those 2 bonds while they filed these two on him.
Listen closely here. This judge isn't bluffing. Random drug testing, strict supervision, and zero-tolerance conditions are the court's way of saying, this is your last off-ramp. Miss one step, and custody becomes the default.
Yeah, 22. And the interference was also from 22. Do you know all the assault family members, are they against the same complaining witness?
No, they're different, Judge. 2022 is Asia Barrows.
What is that, a girlfriend?
Ex-girlfriend.
An ex-girlfriend, okay.
No,
And then,
it's just regular, no babies.
okay, so then the other 3 assaults that we have here,
The other 3, the newer 3 are baby mama, mother and sister.
his mother?
His mother and his sister.
Okay. Have we found PC on all those cases? Because I don't know if we have or not. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like PC's been found on all of them. Okay, so Mr. Roberts Clay, I want you to understand something, that I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with any of the complaining witness in any of these cases. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons, not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you, and I'm going to put a GPS monitor, and I'm giving you 1,000 feet. I'm going to give you a 1,000 feet distance of where I don't want you to have contact with any of these people, any of the baby mamas, your mom, whoever else is part of these, the peace officers, anyone in any of these cases. Don't have contact with them. Don't go within 1,000 feet of where they live or where they work. There should be orders for protection on each one of these cases. So you have to understand, if you violate these, then the state can and will file additional charges against you. You need to understand, if multiple assault family members within a certain amount of time, they can hit you with 3rd-degree felonies, and you can be looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary on those. So I don't know if you're going to get out, but if you do get out, I would be very careful where you go, because even if you have whatever contact, they can file more charges on you. I mean, you've got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 open cases. Shreya, the evading arrest and interference on all these assaults, those happened after.
Yes.
Right, so I'm revoking the bonds on those 2 cases. The evading arrest and interference, the FSGI and evading, I'm revoking those bonds because of all the new cases that he's picked up.
I understand, Judge, but the 2 new cases are from 2022.
That's why I'm not doing anything with those, right? So I'm not using those against him to revoke the bond, but the new cases from 11-9, those are after, we ordered him follow conditions. You have failed to follow those conditions by picking up another case, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assaults. So because you picked up those 5 assaults, I'm revoking the bond on the FSGI and evading.
So Judge, is this his first court date since the November 9th?
Correct. Yeah, this is the first time that I've seen Mr. Roberts Clay. I have not seen him at all. We've been literally rolling him day for day to try to get him here. And we had Marco Sapien representing him, trying to get Mr. Clay, Roberts Clay and Marco at the same time so that's why. Did you want to add anything?
What are the conditions currently, Judge?
So no contact, no weapons, GPS, no going within 1,000 feet of any of the complaining witness where they live or where they work.
I'm satisfied with that, Judge.
Sorry?
That works, Judge.
And then I'm revoking his.
This is a major tonal shift. We move from rehabilitation to containment. With violent felonies on the table, the judge pivots hard toward monitoring and control, ankle monitors, curfews, and separation from bad influences. This is the system trying to stop escalation before it's irreversible.
Bonds on the FSGI and evading, and then that's it. So,
What are you setting those at, Judge?
I think there should also be, I would ask that they also be set at 5,000, Judge, to mirror the others.
75.
5,000, Judge.
Oh, yeah, I was going to do 5,000 and 1, 2, 3, 5,005 on the FSGI and evading. And then I'll leave the others as is. Okay, Mr. Roberts Clay, you know what's expected of you if you bond out. Just don't go near anywhere of these people. You know, sometimes when you have cancer, what do? You cut the cancer out. If you don't, it's going to kill you, right?
Judge, would you do 5,003 just because I think it looks a little misleading whenever inside we're
Of
looking
course.
at it and
Yeah.
it looks like you picked up 5, but it's actually 3.
Yes, of course. These people may be a cancer to your life. They're killing you, man. Cut it out before it kills you. Do you understand? All right. Thanks. If there are no MOAPs.
I need him.
Wait. So, yeah, on any case that doesn't have a MOAP, I'm gonna grant it. It's just, there's so many cases in it, I just don't have time to look.
Judge, I need to approach on Mr. Carter Peeler. Judge Peeler? Judge, my client's 29 years old. He's got a history of mental situations. He's here with his parents.
Where's mom?
Well, mom just went down to pay some parking, but dad is here.
Come up, Dad.
Judge, I mean, they have some, they have documentations of all of his mental challenges. I'm on the case, but I'll review the meds and all that, and it actually may be a better case for the PD's office. I'm not sure, but I mean, I know
Hi, Dad.
he gets nervous.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
There's no reason for you to be nervous. Really, it's not the end of the world. You've picked up a case, but it happens. When you do that, you dust yourself off, pick yourself up, and you move on. All we want you to do is just don't violate the law. Do you have a Texas driver license? Do you have liability insurance? Okay, you can continue to drive. Just be careful. If you happen to get into an accident, stop. It's not the end of the world. That's why you have car insurance, so that if you get into an accident, they're there to help you with what happened. They'll even give you a lawyer to represent you. That's why you pay for car insurance. Really.
I didn't know they give you a lawyer. Well, you're
This moment explains why repeat family violence cases are treated so seriously. Each new charge compounds the risk, and legally, they stack fast. At this point, the judge isn't just managing one case. He's trying to prevent a pattern from becoming a permanent sentence.
insurance company.
Not every single time, but like if someone were to sue you and you have car insurance, typically there's a lawyer to help you out with these cases. Yeah. So that's why you pay for car insurance. That's why it's as expensive as it is. So I'm not putting any conditions on your bond, okay? Just be careful and be safe. That's it. We've given you a lawyer to stay in touch with John, and he'll tell you how to navigate through this issue, and that's it. Do you have any questions? The only other thing I'm going to tell you is that if you take medication, psychotropic medication, continue to take it. When you stop, I see so many people, they start taking it and they start to feel good. You know what? I don't need this anymore. I feel great. They stop taking it, boom. Same thing starts happening. They evolve in that circular, just end up in purgatory because they stop taking it and they end up back into the same situation and into bad things start happening. If good things are happening when you take the medication, keep taking it. It's there for you to do well and to be well, to be better. And that's what the medication is there for. Don't stop taking it, because when it does, that's when things spiral out of control. We're here to help you. That's why we have lawyers. That's why we have, okay? Questions? Just relax. Everything's fine. If you guys need anything, we're here for you. You can always come back here and then we'll help you out. We'll set you off a month. If you need anything, just come back and we're here for you, okay? All right, guys. Take care.
Anything to sign?
No, just a reset. Yeah.